Hi everyone, welcome into the Rice Athletics Center. Brad Muller alongside South Carolina Athletics Director Ray Tanner. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. It's always great to be able to visit about the Gamecocks.
A lot of excitement as basketball season approaches for South Carolina. Ladies first, and Coach Dawn Staley's certainly got a lot of excitement around her program.
That she does. Now, coming off of a year where she won the SEC regular season, which is no small feat, now she's picked to win the conference again by her league coaches, and she's ranked 2 in the country right now. So much talent, tickets being sold at a record pace, so a lot of excitement for women's basketball.
Coach, there's a lot of excitement for Coach Frank Martin and the men's basketball program as well. They built a lot of momentum at the end of last season after winning 2 games in the SEC tournament.
Well, you're right, Brad. Finishing the year on such a strong note, and you know our numbers are really good from an attendance standpoint. We had over 10,000 at the exhibition game against Benedict, and I know that we weren't picked very high in the league, but keep in mind one thing. There are a lot of veterans on this team, some guys with some stripes on their sleeves. Carrera's back, a healthy Ty Johnson, Sindarius, Brian Steele, one of the better shooters in the conference that nobody probably pays attention to right now, and Mendogas and Lamonis. A lot of guys that have played a lot of basketball, so we're excited about what the experience brings to our men's program.
It's been a great year so far for South Carolina's fall sports on the field and on the courts. A lot of depth in South Carolina sports so far.
Well, we've had a lot of success across our sports this fall with women's golf being ranked #1. They've won numerous tournaments this past fall. Women's basketball, we've talked about, #2 in the country. Our equestrian team on quite a roll. They're #3. Men's golf, #7 in the country. And our women's soccer team is in the top 20. We're going to host first round of the NCAAs here on Friday night at Stone Stadium. And both our men's and swimming diving programs are on the cusp of the top 25.
A lot of action happening on the field and on the courts, and a lot of action happening off the field now, and a lot of exciting construction projects going on.
The investment in our student athletes is at a very high level with construction all across campus here in the Athletics Village. As we speak, we have our walls going up to our indoor field house for football. Hope that'll be completed sometime in May. Our 2 new practice fields have been finished. Currently, we're working on our locker rooms for swimming and diving programs. Our locker room for men's and women's tennis is underway. Hope to be finished in the early spring. And soon, we will have construction on a men's and women's locker room for our soccer teams, new outdoor track, a new indoor 200-meter track at the field house, and as soon as the last football game is played, we will start construction on the Springs Brooks Plaza around Williams-Brice.
And if you'd like to get your own engraved brick for the Springs Brooks Plaza, you can go to GamecocksOnline.com/bricks. A little over a month ago, South Carolina came out with the Gamecock Student Athlete Promise, and I know, Coach, that's very important to you.
Well, it's a great initiative, and I got to give Dr. Pastidi so much credit. Being on the executive board, he's been out front. We're the first school in the SEC to come forward. Fran Person, our special assistant to student athlete welfare, had so much to do with it, but it's just a message for our student athletes to understand, the ones we're recruiting, the ones that are here, the commitment that is being made from our athletic department and our administration, and the 4-year scholarship, as well as health initiatives and so many more things. But it's a great document. It makes a tremendous statement about how we treat our student athletes at the university.
And for more information on the Gamecock Student Athlete Promise, visit GamecocksOnline.com/promise. Coach, one last home football game at Williams-Brice Stadium, and I know we're hoping for a great crowd to send off the seniors.
And it is an opportunity, our last home game, for all of our fans to come out and say thank you to our seniors. And you know, every win is important now. Certainly a great crowd. The tickets will be sold, but we need all the people in the seats.
Coach, great information. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
For Coach Ray Tanner, I'm Brad Muller. It's great to be a Gamecock.